Now for the throttle body. And what you have to do is you'll have to pull these hoses. Let me move my fender cover over here. Bear with me for a moment. Let me get my trusty stool. Don't go away! Coming right back. Whoops. Okay. Well, I just dropped my ratchet down in the motor. I better get that now so I don't forget. That would really suck. Should something happen, I went to turn that on. Okay, well, anyway. Now that's out of the way. We'll just go ahead and pull. You know what? I better move the camera. Because I wasn't thinking, and the camera is sitting right here on the hoses. How about that? It's kind of idiotic, isn't it? So I'm just going to sit you there for just a second. They're hard to get off sometimes. I had a friend of mine, he said, well, the only way I know how to clean these is to take the hoses off and spray carburetor cleaner or fuel injector cleaner inside the throttle body. And I told him, well, no, you're about halfway right. There's one. There's two. Of course, there's also a little tag on here that says do not clean inside throttle body or adjust set screw. Now I will side with that. Do not turn the idle screw, throttle set. But you can clean inside the throttle body because they came pre-sludged and that really didn't work too well. Whoops. I'm just throwing you all over the place. Sorry about that. And I'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit more. There we go. And the way I clean the throttle bodies is first I'll go ahead and spray some in here. Then I will take a rag with a screwdriver, just like this. Take a screwdriver, just wrap it around a rag, and just kind of go in here, just kind of work it around. I don't know if you can see this too well. Here we go. I usually turn the monitor on my camera upside down so I can see what's going on as I do this. And of course you can see there's a little bit of a difference now. And I'll do the same thing for this side. Sometimes you can take the rag, twist it, whatever. And of course you can look in there and you can tell there's a little bit of a difference made. Now the next thing I will do is I will go ahead, since I can't get to the throttle butterfly or to the throttle cable easily, is I'm going to go ahead and yank this little cover off. You might not have to on yours, I don't know. Every one of these is different. There we go. It's hard to get off sometimes. Well, it probably don't really even have to come all the way off. Oh, I see what's got it. There we go. And I'll set the screw over here so it doesn't get lost. Now you can get to the throttle cables. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open it up and I'll spray it in. And while it's open, I'll go ahead and shove the rag in here. Easier to do it like this. And like that, you can get to the inside of the butterflies. And you can work it back and forth. And of course, you can see all the sludge that you're getting off of it now. And of course, you can also, I do this also, I spray, you know, some cleaner onto the rag. And I'll push it open. And I'll kind of take a screwdriver and poke it through. Clean it out. Once again, you can see there's all the crud that you're getting off of it. Now, I'll go ahead and do this side. I'm going to spray some cleaner on it just like I did. And once again, probably if you get something like a miniature toilet brush, that would be the trick for this. And once you've done that, it should be decently clean anyway. There we go. I probably can't see in there too well. And you look, you can tell if there is a big difference in it that it has made. A lot of times on a cold start, that will cause a great deal of issues. Now the next thing I'm going to do while I'm here, while it's apart, is I'm going to go ahead and pop off this throttle position sensor right here. Then I'll get some brake cleaner. Clean out this connector. I've seen them corrode pretty good. And that's really about all you'll need. And I'll go ahead and plug that back in. Now the next thing to do, I'll probably go ahead and get everything out of the way, is we'll start it up. And I'll probably spray a little bit in there while it's running. He is right about that. I mean, you can do that, but you know, you have to actually scrub those butterflies down. And of course, this doesn't have a mass airflow. This is all map sensor and no mass airflow temperature or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about that causing a running issue. Make sure everything is out of the way, which it should be. Everything's down here. Everything's out of the way up here, except for that. And start it up. What I'll do next is I'll just spray a small amount in while it's running. That should be all that you need. You notice, you look in here, You see it's the butterflies, they're all clean now. And you can hear it, it's got a smooth idle to it. I'm hoping that that has cured your idle problem. Now the next thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and shut it off. And last but not least, is when you're done with everything else, go ahead and we'll just put it back together. Oops. I just sprayed a little white lithium grease on the nose of the throttle body to make it a little easier to reattach the hoses. Don't really want any of that getting inside, or else that'll just cause it to gum up again prematurely. And now I'll just go ahead and reattach these hoses. There we go. And I got a big screwdriver around here somewhere. There we go. But as far as having a fuel issue, wind was wanting to blow the camera down. As far as having a fuel issue, I don't think that you really have too many problems with that. As far as your injectors, I really think they're okay also. I just think that a throttle body service should take care of it. If nothing else, you might do a fuel injector service. That's worst case scenario, I think. The whole years I worked at a Ford dealership, I think I'd seen 2 injectors replaced the whole time. But anyway, that should take care of the problem. And we'll go here and start it up one more time. And starts smooth. And of course it's gonna jump off fast idle. It hasn't run for a couple of hours, so I don't know. I'm waiting. Well, anyway, you get the picture, so hopefully that fixes your problem. Thanks for watching.